then, as soon as Blake Lively filed her complaint, Liz Plank was out, instantly said she quit, a show of support and solidarity with Blake after everything dropped.
It looks like Blake Lively is tripling down on a gag order to stop Justin Baldoni from publishing all of their text messages. People were sort of just noticing that Blake Lively was not the nicest person. Like, she was a mean girl, tone deaf, or things that were...
It turns out that Blake Lively was caught on tape talking about how she manipulates people around her in order to take control of the movies upon which she works.
The ongoing legal battle involving Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Justin Baldoni has taken an unexpected turn, with Candace Owens stepping in to reveal shocking new details. What started as a lawsuit has now escalated into a larger controversy, as Lively's team is reportedly targeting insiders who have spoken out against her and Reynolds. New reports suggest that the couple's legal team is making aggressive moves to control the narrative, going after those who have leaked damaging information about their legal troubles. Meanwhile, Owens has come forward with evidence indicating that Reynolds alleged excessive control.
Because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull, because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. And so it was a really strange position to be.
With their public image at stake, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' legal team is reportedly working around the clock to shut down damaging reports and discredit whistleblowers. Rather than focusing on proving their case, they seem more concerned with suppressing evidence that could tarnish their reputations. If they were
Then, as soon as Blake Lively filed her complaint, Liz Plank was out, instantly said she quit, a show of support and solidarity with Blake after everything dropped. And people began looking into it. And particularly, there was this TikToker, Steph with the Deets, who had showed that perhaps the reason that motivated her to get on the side of Blake Lively without actually looking into anything, or at least speaking to her co-host and hearing his side of things, may have been what we have discovered since, a repeat sort of Ryan Reynolds psychopathic strategy of essentially love bombing people, giving them roles they don't deserve in places that they don't belong, and basically pretending to be the best, most amazing friend, because the person that they're targeting, the person that they want to isolate, is a person like Justin Baldoni who's connected to that individual. It's all about isolation. And so Liz Plank was a perfect person for them to go after, because first and foremost, if you don't know anything about her, I had never heard her name before this scandal. Okay then guys, well, Ari Emanuel is the most powerful guy in Hollywood and he has spoken out, so I guess case closed. As long as Ryan and Blake are being nice to billionaires, right? Why are we upset? Did you hear that? They're probably also nice to Oprah, I'd imagine, and Mark Zuckerberg. And hey, obviously they've been friends with Taylor Swift for 10 years. So clearly, if you have enough money, which Ari Emanuel does, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds will be nice to you. So what exactly is the problem here? All you little mom sleuths, everybody following this case and reading the messages and seeing how horrific they are, reading the messages they sent, okay? Not imagining how they treated them, being able to read the messages, being able to see how they were speaking to people behind the scenes, calling herself, oh, I could just have very powerful people ruin your life.
Candace Owens has now revealed new information suggesting that Ryan Reynolds has exercised excessive control over Blake Lively. If true, this could explain some of Blake's questionable decisions throughout the legal battle. Sources claim that Ryan has been the one pulling.
So 2 days after Blake Lively filed her federal complaint in court, her CRD complaint in Los Angeles, her Sisterhood of the Lively Pants friends, actresses, America Ferrera, Amber Rose, Tamlin, and Alexis Bledel, I think is her name. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Anyways, they were her co-stars in a 2005 film, and they have maintained their friendship over years. They penned this long letter of support, essentially saying that, quote, as Blake's friends and sisters for over 20 years, we stand with her in solidarity as she fights back against the reported campaign. Throughout the filming of It Ends With Us, we saw her summon the courage to ask for a safe workplace for herself and colleagues on set.
In a shocking turn, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have allegedly attempted to shut down a website set to release text messages and video evidence against them. But why try to take it down if the evidence is false? Their efforts to control what information reaches the public are making it increasingly difficult for them to maintain their claims of innocence. If these texts and videos are real, they could drastically shift public perception of the couple.
Looks like Blake Lively is tripling down on a gag order to stop Justin Baldoni from publishing all of their text messages. What is she actually afraid of here? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and we have some massive updates regarding the It Ends With Us legal PR battle between Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Justin Baldoni. Before we get to this latest filing, I want to rewind a bit and remind all of us of what actually is happening so far. Over the start of the weekend, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds accused Justin and team of the continuing smear campaign against them and doubled down on her gag order request. Basically, this document, which was dropped on the 24th of January, goes in to sort of say, listen, they're trying to demand that, as it says here, like, just because Lively parties provided the New York Times with the otherwise confidential administrative.
A co-worker of Ryan Reynolds has now come forward with new information about his role in the legal controversy. This could be a significant development, especially if they have direct knowledge of how Ryan has handled the situation behind the scenes. With more people speaking out against them, Blake and Ryan's ability to control the narrative appears to be slipping away.
People were sort of just noticing that Blake Lively was not the nicest person. Like, she was a mean girl, tone deaf, or things that were being called out. And just for sake of brevity, like, the two big things were she was promoting her alcohol brand during a film that's about domestic violence, which was just a really bad look, given that most domestic violence is triggered by alcoholism. But she's, named one of the drinks at the premiere after the abuser character in the movie. It was just a really bad look. And then beyond that, people just got an attitude from her during all the junkets and interviews, particularly this one junket that sort of resurfaced where she and Parker Posey, an actress, like, really were just mean-girling this poor junket woman who posted the video like, this is the interview that made me want to quit Hollywood. So there was just a lot of stuff piling up that made Blake not seem very likable. Yeah. And that's where I got in on it when that started happening. And then Ryan was writing the movie, hosts a podcast about masculinity, whatever, like, no shade. But I've only defended him because I've been watching Blake's sort of manipulation, narcissism, like ego maniacal. Like, there was a whole text that got dropped where she's like, she was basically, the real story, it seems, from Justin's lawsuit is she was trying to take control of the movie, like, before it even shot. Justin wasn't just her co-star, director, producer, but he got the rights to the book before it was popular all over the world. And you could just tell she wanted the rights. She wanted control. She wanted to direct the movie. And that's coming out in all the text exchanges and crew people. Like, they didn't have a good creative control, connection on the movie. But there was a text exchange before even shooting.
Another resurfaced clip appears to show Blake Lively admitting to stealing and lying to directors. If true, this could serve as further evidence supporting Baldwin's claims against her, raising even more doubts about her credibility in the lawsuit.
Blake Lively is dumb, and I mean really dumb. She has told on herself so many times, and people digging up old videos. Take a listen to her. And she explains at this Forbes Women's Summit about how she likes to come in essentially like a Trojan horse and take over a project. And even though she pretends like she's just going to be an actress at first, no, that's not good enough for her. She has to make sure that she has agency over the entire thing.
I mean, I think I've just done it enough. You learn to sort of, when I was younger in my life and career, I would sort of shape myself to the version of myself that I thought that they wanted. Or when I would show up on a set, I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say.
In yet another twist, Blake Lively appears to have exposed herself by admitting to manipulative behavior. This admission could be highly damaging in court, especially as Baldwin's legal team argues that she attempted to manipulate the media against him. If Lively's own words confirm the pattern of behavior Baldwin is accusing her of,